What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Moneyline Madness pregame kickoff show. I am Matt Sherrico alongside my boys Simo Sports and Andy B. Fellas, how we feeling going into week 4 today?
I'm feeling pretty good, man. The London game's going on right now. It really stinks, and I'm excited to see some real football at 1 o'clock.
It's about damn time, right? Like, I don't know who wants to watch Kirk Cousins this early on a Sunday.
And Andy Dalton.
Like, is this not supposed to be the Lord's Day? And you're just absolutely shitting on us with a game like this? That's crazy. Roger Goodell is a menace to society.
I'd rather sit through church than actually sit through this game, to be honest with you.
And mind you, that London crowd is very boring. You could tell they have no fucking clue what's going on in the game.
Yeah,
you can just tell
they were expecting Jameis Winston. All of a sudden, you get a ginger running onto the field, and you're shaken up. You know, you're rattled out there. I can't blame him. I would be a little shaken up too if I saw Andy Dalton coming out. When I bought tickets to see Jameis Winston, and all of a sudden Andy Dalton comes out and throwing, just a Limp Biscuit. Gross. Yeah. Gross stuff.
Well, they're gonna get a star next week in Daniel Jones, So.
Exactly. Yeah, you get a premier elite offensive quarterback, kind of like a guru in Jones, going up against somebody who's still trying to learn the ropes over there. Somewhat falling victim to drug problems now that he's getting on the big stage. A guy like Aaron Rodgers, you hate to see him getting blatantly just shit on by the limelight. It's just not not good for Packers fans, right?
Oh yeah, it'll be a tough Sunday morning, but that's next week.
That's next week. All right, so right now we got some games going on. Obviously, just this London game, we're not really talking much about. It's a stinker, so we'll just move right past that. But 1 o'clock games, you guys got anything in particular that's standing out to you that you want to talk about?
I feel like we're all going to be on the same game, right? I think the Giant game everybody's going to be looking at. There's two games
I'm looking at it, but I'm not going to sit here and say, like, I'm just riding Giants the whole way, because at the end of the day, like, they still do scare me a little bit. Is that one of my more confident, winners of the week? Sure. But they still, at the end of the day, I'm still a little bit scared.
I feel like the Giants are going to play down to the Bears today. It's going to be a close game. I think the Giants ultimately come out with the win, but it's going to be an ugly win, to say the least.
What's going on, Raheem? How we doing, brother?
What's up, Ra?
I expect it completely, too.
The game I'm really going to be paying attention to besides this Giants game is obviously the Jags and the Eagles. My first play that I'll give up to you guys is Trevor Lawrence over 36.5 pass attempts. Now, I think the Eagles will be – I think it will be definitely close, but I also definitely think the Jags will be behind the entire game. And when you're behind, what do you got to do? Throw the ball. Yep. So, Trevor Lawrence has smashed this line 2 out of 3 games, and those 2 out of 3 games, they were losing for most of the game. So, I like Trevor Lawrence over 36.5 pass attempts for sure.
Okay.
And I think they'll be losing a lot today, too. So.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about losing a lot.
And it's at plus money.
Well, they'll be losing for a majority of the game.
A majority of the game, I agree.
That maybe not by a lot. But
Andy, we're getting Raheem calling you out here.
Yeah.
I see you're good. You were 0 dark 30 until the Bulldogs
He's not wrong. I don't think I tweeted from like 11 o'clock to like 11 o'clock last night until Georgia won. I just didn't even want to talk about sports. I was so upset. But
yeah, you don't want to talk Mets at all? You don't want to talk
Not
Mets?
even for a second, right?
Show. You're lucky it's a pregame show. We won't talk any Mets. But
you can talk Mets.
I agree.
What about them?
I mean, we'll save it for the end. We'll save it for the baseball talk for the end. Yeah. But I like Trevor Lawrence today in terms of his passing. I think that they're gonna go out there and compete. I don't think Zay Jones is playing, which is gonna kind of hinder.
Yeah, I just got that alert too. I gotta change my fantasy lineup.
So annoying, man. I'm sitting here with the fantasy lineup with no DeAndre Swift, no Keenan Allen, no Michael Thomas, no Hunter Renfrow. Like, I'm banged up, and now I got to pull Zay Jones out. Like, come on, man.
Yeah. Before I give my pick, a good fantasy swap. If you have Zay Jones on your team, this is exactly what I'm doing. Pick up Mac Hollins. Mac Hollins for Hunter Renfrow not playing. They always target Devontae, but lately Mac Hollins has been getting a lot of targets over the past few games.
Like Mac Hollins.
He's my
going off. Yeah.
Could I even interest you? I was looking at that game, that Denver and the Raiders game, and I was looking at the passing touchdowns because Russ over 1.5 passing touchdowns comes in at plus 105, and I was really digging that because we kind of a division game. We need to see both of these quarterbacks. If these teams want anything to do with any type of playoff aspiration, these guys got to come out slinging in division games. So I was taking Russ over 1.5. But if you're going to be talking spicy over there, could I interest you in maybe Derek Carr's over 1.5 as well?
It might be a shootout.
Yeah,
I can see that.
Be a lot of points, I think.
425 game. We might finally get a good game from Derek Carr and Russell Wilson in the same week. Derek Carr's is sitting at over 1.5 at -146. So not crazy value, but for him and Russ to both be just sitting at 1.5, I like it. And Russ being plus money especially. I'm all over it. Did you guys touch this London game?
Yeah, I think I'm sure he wasn't in here yet, but I think I said I'd rather sit through church than sit through that game. So yeah, I don't think.
Absolutely not.
No, even the Queen didn't want to see it. Like she got her ass out.
Yeah,
she checked out early.
Yeah, she didn't want to see the London games this year.
Fuck no.
She saw Jameis Winston was coming and that took her out. Luckily,
but another 1:00 game that I really want to watch is Bills Ravens. That's going to be a hell of a game. I like it. My one play that I have for this game is Mark Andrews over 5.5 receptions. You can get that at -108 on Superbook. Once again, he smashed this line all 3 games. He's Lamar's number 1 guy.
He's his number 1.
Yep.
The Bills, it's going to be a tough, close game, and the Bills secondary is pretty. I mean, it's depleted. You know,
depleted.
Micah Hyde would be the one that would be covering Mark Andrews, right? You know, so I think Mark Andrews is going to have a nice day out of all the receivers. I think, everybody else on that team will get locked down. I mean, besides Bateman.
I was going to say I did have Bateman going over 43.5 receiving yards. I feel like that line isn't really too high for him. I know we've seen a lot of his yards come on like long plays, but against a secondary that's as depleted as the Bills right now, I feel like he should be able to take advantage of that. And Lamar's going to want to throw the ball and take advantage of those injuries being out because, I mean, they're going to be pressuring him up front, right? So I'm looking for Lamar to do a little bit more scrambling than he has in the first couple games, but also still looking to get the ball downfield rather than just running it on his own.
Yeah, I have a Lamar one in this one. I have over half a touchdown, so a rushing touchdown at +150. I use BetStamp to find that's on FanDuel. I mean, that's a +150 plus money for him to score a rushing touchdown. That just feels pretty obvious to me.
Seriously.
I also have my kicker pick in this one. I have my kicker.
Do you?
Pick. I've got Tyler Bass over 1.5 made field goals.
I like that. I like that a lot, actually.
-105. So yeah.
This one is in Baltimore, so it could be.
Tyler Bass
could be rainy.
Is it raining in Baltimore?
Same weather in both cities, right? A little gloomy, rainy day.
Yeah, it's pretty crappy.
It's nasty on the East Coast because of the tropical storm. Period. Like there's
Except
no
Atlanta
good
apparently.
Yeah, because it already passed.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. But
perfect.
They getting fruity down in Atlanta.
The Carolinas and up. The Carolinas and up. It's gonna be raining. You know what I'm saying?
So it's primal weather for Deshaun while they're down there to get a nice massage.
Jesus.
You love to see it. A nice stop down in inner city Atlanta for him to get a nice deep tissue before they head out this week.
I like that.
Nice.
That's nice.
All right,
fantasy question real quick.
All right, hit me.
All right, if you, because this is for my team. Richie James, you guys are Giants fans. I need to get a flex for Zay Jones. I got Richie James or Jahan Dotson. Who should I go with? Richie in terms
Dotson took a shit. Dotson took a fucking absolute shit on me last week.
He was terrible last week.
I picked him up and I used him as my flex because my team was banged up and he fucking disappointed me.
Yeah, Zay was gonna be mine, but now that
Richie is a guaranteed 10 points.
Yep.
Every game.
Yeah, Richie's
guaranteed 10 points.
I'd say Richie's the safe volume guy. If you're looking for a touchdown, like if you're going for that boom or bust, then I'd probably go with Dotson. But Richie's going to guaranteed give you that usage, and that's what I really think is the best part about him as of late.
That was my fantasy question for that game. I know you guys would know the answer.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I know we talked a little bit of Jags-Eagles, but I also wanted to shed a little light talking fantasy about James Robinson, right? Like, I think it was 2 or 3 seasons ago, he was the best running back in fantasy football, right? Yeah. And everyone kind of expected a fall off once Etienne came into the picture and got drafted. And all of a sudden, even despite him coming back from that injury and, splitting carries with Robinson, James Robinson's still the primary back and putting up crazy numbers. So is he a legitimate force to be reckoned with in the backfield for Jacksonville?
I certainly think so.
I think so because he's been doing his numbers this year too as well. everybody thought he was going to take a step back this year because they filled up the running back room.
Yep.
But that's really just not the case. Like Etienne is really taking a back seat to James Robinson.
Etienne hasn't been what they've wanted him to be yet. Oh, granted, it's been 4 games, but he's also not 100% healthy. So Etienne's really not going to have those carries yet. So, and James Robinson, he deserves them. So
exactly. If James Robinson is showing you he's willing to be that RB1, like why not just keep feeding him? I have him today over 49.5 rushing yards against the Eagles, coming in at -110. He put up a smooth 100 and a tutty last week, strictly rushing against the Chargers. So I think the Eagles, with a similar play style on defense and a similar front four, not quite Joey Bosa and Khalil Mack, I think James Robinson should be able to handle them, especially when we've seen them be susceptible to the run game, against the previous 3 weeks. So I'm taking Robinson over 49.5, -110.
Hell yeah.
All right, what else we got? Because we got a couple more, not stinkers, but I mean, Cardinals against Panthers. I know we had talked about this before we went on air. Not a stinker, but kind of a stinker in the same sense. Who wants to watch Baker Mayfield throw footballs? I mean, it's not me, right?
But I have a play for that game as well, and this is my strongest play. If you wanted to throw an extra half a unit to 1 unit on top of your regular unit, little Salt Bay action here. Greg Dortch over 29.5 yards at +110 on Caesars. He has ripped this line over the last 3 games: 63 yards, 55 yards, and 80 yards. Him and Kyler Murray has gained a lot of chemistry over the last 3 games. I don't care if Mr. Moore is back today. He's still going to have that chemistry with him, and he's still going to get a high percentage of the snaps.
Yeah, I think that'll
be a Kyler party. I agree.
That's a game that'll probably be over quick, I would think.
I think they're going to smack him around.
Yeah,
and I think Greg Dortch is going to have something to do with it. Yeah. 30 yards for somebody that's been averaging 60 plus.
Yeah.
That's been averaging 60 yards a game. So, I mean,
for sure,
the value is just there. And I found that because of BetStamp. Use code MoSports.
Oh, yeah.
To find the best line. At first, I thought it was going to be at 30.5. And then I went on BetStamp, and it was 29.5 for +110, where on FanDuel it's 30 at -110. So, like, you gotta, that's 20 points.
Yeah, that's money. Right, that is money. And like,
that's
if you're
a lot of
that's
money difference. If you're betting with a lot of money, that makes a huge difference. Like,
absolutely.
A huge difference. So shout out to BetStamp.
Absolutely. And on the other side of the ball, I got Baker. Just something light. Baker throwing a pick. Nothing we haven't seen before. Nothing we really don't see every Sunday. Every given Sunday, death taxes Baker Mayfield shitting the bed. Shitty drawers.
Very
interception, true. -102. Something light, just for a little sprinkle. Arizona's defense in terms of the secondary is still, somewhat relevant, and that's kind of the only thing keeping that defense afloat, because the front four, I mean, J.J. Watt, I feel like he's a shell of himself these days. It's really hard to root for a guy root for guys like the Watts at this point if they just can't stay on the field, right? Yeah. Like it's
he had his run last year with them, and then he got hurt, and that was about it for him.
Yeah, when he had that comment, maybe we're just fucking better, and then he got hurt for like the last 10 games, and nobody saw him again. So that's the JJ Watt story.
You know what it also is around here? It's Zach Wilson's debut day this year. I just got the alert he's officially in. I have him throwing an interception because
not on his
Zach Wilson.
Day.
Zach Wilson, I think Minka's gonna pick him off. So I think it to Minka is my guess too.
But Baker makes great commercials. Yeah, no, he is a great farm. He did, yeah.
I don't think he makes them anymore.
I don't know. Can you have like a quarterback as bad as Baker? Like, how far down the quarterback rankings do you go until you're like, we can't have this guy make a commercial anymore?
I think he reached that point. I don't know if he makes ones anymore. I don't know if I've seen a new one.
Damn. So it gets to a point where we're literally like, I mean, like Daniel Jones. Are you having Daniel Jones make commercials for you, or
no? Because I think Daniel Jones could probably walk into a mall and nobody would notice who he was.
Outside of New York, probably.
Yeah, I think Baker walks
America.
Yeah. Well, he's getting swamped at the Mall of America. But if Baker walks into a mall, people know who Baker is because, he played at Oklahoma, big name,
Yeah, he's got the crotch grab.
I haven't been seeing Rodgers on many State Farm commercials. It's made me very upset.
Nah, I think the Percocets thing kind of,
Yeah, I think that drilled it in. I think
bad press for
the
for
vaccine
State
was
Farm.
bad, but I think the Percocets really nail, hammer, boom.
Yup. Yeah, put the nail in the coffin right there for Raj. But I mean, looking at this game, something that really intrigues me. We haven't seen much of George Pickens yet, and this comes in as a little bit more of a long shot. But George Pickens to put a touchdown in today, sitting here at plus 370. I feel like he's due to get the ball somewhat at some point.
Yeah.
So, being that that's such a high value, plus 370 for him to put one in at any time. I mean, I don't know. They need to start giving him the rock because it's not working with Chase Claypool.
You know,
if
I
you're
love
not in the playoffs. You can't make national commercials. Is that a fact?
I don't know if that's the rule.
Is that a rule?
I don't know if it's the rule.
Is that how State Farm plays?
I agree.
I don't know, because Julius Randle was in a lot of commercials last year, and that was just not.
He made the playoffs.
Was he?
Last year? Yeah, you remember the one. There's a big nick on my car, and then it's just Julius Randle sitting on top of the hood, spinning a ball on his finger.
Oh God, I haven't seen the Julius.
I don't know
Randle
if I've seen that one, but it's been a while. I think.
Yeah, maybe after they, stunk last season, they were like, like Raheem said, if you're not in the playoffs, you can't make national commercials anymore. Makes sense.
Yeah, I haven't seen Baker in much of them. I haven't seen Baker in much commercials anymore. But the ones that he was in, they stunk. Like the Hulu one. Oh my God.
Oh yeah.
The Hulu ones were so done.
Yeah, what about Lillard too? Saquon was in a bunch of them, and he's never made the
because Saquon wasn't on the field for like an entire year.
So they were just like, fuck it, State Farm checks, Hulu checks, cash them all out. Okay.
When you're a popular player and well-liked, even though you haven't made the playoffs, you can get on commercials. But guess what? Baker Mayfield is not liked by anybody anymore.
I don't think anybody likes him.
Everybody fucking can't stand him. And now he's facing the wrath of it. And he acts like a little fucking diva, and he acts like a bitch. So
I agree.
I got another play for you. This one's just kind of coming off the rails here. I'm gonna go looking at just Giants Bears today. I'm looking at Justin Fields under 22.5 passing attempts. He doesn't throw the ball. Their offense is literally like a prehistoric type of offense in which they only run. Yeah, the Eberflus offense is horrific. Absolutely horrific. Looking at how many times he threw the ball last game against a team like the Texans, 17 attempps.
Yeah, and he threw I think 15 against us a couple weeks ago.
It's really piss poor out there, and I think Adoree Jackson is a presence enough to kind of scare a young quarterback like Justin
Leonard
Fields.
Williams playing?
He threw 11 passes against the Packers.
No, he's not.
No,
he's not. Dang, that's
Khalil Herbert will get some push too.
Yeah, I mean, that might give them even more of a reason.
I like Justin Fields' rushing yards.
Oh, yeah, always.
Kayvon and Aziz coming off the edge.
Even if you want to put him getting in a rushing touchdown, he does it every game.
Okay.
That could work.
Yeah. He's really all they got. Like, I mean, David Montgomery being
and he's not even that much.
No burn. Yeah, no, he isn't much at all. Yeah. Definitely not much. If you're interested in that Justin Fields anytimer, that's at plus 230. For the value of it, that's not horrible.
You got that on BetStamp? I had it at plus 260 last night.
Wow, plus 260. No, I'm looking at FanDuel right now.
BetMGM 260. Use BetStamp.
BetStamp. Code Mo Sports.
Oh yeah.
Practice what you preach, Matt.
Y'all heard it.
Yeah.
But I got one more play. I got one more play, and it's for the Chargers game. Gerald Everett over 40.5 receiving yards. He's been smashing this line as well. Him and Herbert have a real good rapport. Keenan Allen out. They're gonna key in on Mike Williams, obviously.
Yep.
I like Gerald Everett for sure over 40.5, and that's at plus money as well. All my plays are plus money, by the way, guys.
If he could get some endurance going and just stay on the field, that would definitely help his case.
Justin Fields, damn, that's
10 passes.
Terrible, bro.
Yeah, he's the mids. He is the mids.
He's worse than mid, man.
Yeah,
and the Giants, all right, I'm gonna put it like this: if the Giants lose this game, I'm good. Like I'm so good off of the Giants for the rest of the year.
I think it'll be a close game though, because I said it before the Cowboy game. The
Giants
this game,
we're
ass.
ass.
Type of
we're
team
ass
that's gonna beat a team up. Yeah, they're not.
But you have to
beat somebody like that.
We
got to beat these motherfuckers up.
Yeah,
like you have to. There's no reason that Daniel
suck.
Jones shouldn't be able to throw for 2 passing touchdowns on a team like this. That's just not like I want to see them start lacing it up a little bit. Maybe this is a game,
you know what,
in the first half where we try and get right. I know we don't like to run the ball as much with Saquon in the first half in comparison to the third and fourth quarter.
Yeah.
But maybe we use that same strategy and try lacing it up a little bit and throwing the ball for the first half. And then if that doesn't work out, we go back to our roots and just go win the game. But the Bears are kind of bad enough to where I feel like you can experiment. Not saying that the Giants are a good enough team to be experimenting in the regular season, but when Justin Fields is throwing 10, 12 passes total in the game, I mean, it's gross. We got Andy Dalton here. Little Andy Dalton live update, 17 for 21, 170 yards, and driving to take the lead. Wow. Andy Dalton putting on for the Brits over there. You love to say it.
Putting on for the Brits.
Damn, what was that about? Damn, I really lost my train of thought.
We were talking Jones.
Oh, Jones. So Jones, he laced up the Bears the last time he played them.
Yeah.
So I would like to see Daniel Jones throw the ball. I would like to see that today. I mean, it's at MetLife, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
No
I have
reason.
a feeling he's going to be.
It's kind of nasty out too, so I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Touchdown Saints, but he's going to be on his ass for a lot of the game though too. I mean, they're going to have Roquan Smith coming out of it. They have a good front four.
We need Evan Neal to have a solid game.
They need Evan Neal to not do what he did the other day.
And honestly, that's not that hard. He's not going up against a generational type of player like Micah Parsons. So I mean, we're not. I feel like it's not asking too much.
Roquan Smith is though.
He's very good. He's not Micah Parsons. Touchdown Saints, Taysom Hill.
He's not Micah Parsons.
You don't think Roquan? I think Roquan Smith is better than Micah
Parsons. Nah, he's not better than Micah Parsons. In my opinion. I mean that's a toss-up, but I'm taking Micah Parsons all day, every day.
With age and skill, like taking everything into account. Roquan's been in the league a little longer. Like Micah Parsons.
Yeah, he's on his payday. He's about to get paid.
Just crazy. Taysom Hill is doing his thing.
Bro, we passed up on Micah Parsons.
Yeah.
We passed up on Micah Parsons to trade back.
Jesus, they got a 2-point.
It's a Gettleman type of move. I don't really. There's just Dave Gettleman.
Wait, who'd they take with that pick?
They traded back and got Tony.
With like
that was the time that they traded with the Bears, right? And
but we got Evan Neal out of it too, though. True. So it's really Tony and Evan Neal or Micah Parsons. I'm still taking Micah Parsons.
Yeah,
but like I don't know, like Gettleman shit,
Yeah, some serious Gettleman shit. But all right, you guys got anything else you want to add in, talk about before these games get going in a little bit?
Nah, but we didn't even mention the Sunday night game. I think the Sunday night games. Well, I'm not gonna be watching it, but I think the Sunday night game is gonna be a great game.
It is gonna be a great game. I don't have much on it just because.
Chiefs Bucks.
Chiefs Bucks.
Chiefs Bucks. I was looking at Rams Niners, honestly.
I like Chiefs spread. I like Chiefs money line.
I do too. I got it at plus money on BetStamp. I think it was points bet like plus 105. That's
The
Chiefs are gonna win that game. I think
the Chiefs win that game outright. Like
unless you watching it.
From Tom Brady, I hate betting against Tom Brady, but the Chiefs definitely should win this game.
I'll bet against Tom Brady this year. He looked cooked the other day.
8:20, it's past his bedtime. Truthfully, Tom Brady is the type that goes to bed like not even joking. He is not as good in these primetime games. He goes to bed at like 7 o'clock when he's not. He's a 1 o'clock type of guy. He plays his game. He goes home. He's in bed by 5:30.
You know what he would say?
Like, he's relaxing.
Super Bowl starts at 6. That's what he would say.
Yeah, Julio, Godwin are playing. Julio, Godwin are playing. We'll probably see them play that first drive before
still don't see Julio as a weapon.
Buckle due to tendonitis and just turkey bacon in the meniscus area. But besides that, I don't know. I'm so tired of the Julio and Godwin stuff. Like I loved Chris Godwin the past like 3 seasons. I love him as a guy, but
he's now like their top guy without. Well, Mike Evans is back too, right? That'll help.
Yeah, that will definitely
they missed him
help.
last week.
So yeah, it's about time that they have all their weapons healthy again, right? Like it's week 1 that they have them coming out, and then week 4. Like
I still think Kansas City off a loss like that, they're gonna come out.
Yeah, after losing at Arrowhead, dude, like Pat Mahomes is gonna be pissed. There's gonna be blood shed all over, or ketchup shed all over the field.
Yeah, ketchup shed all over the field.
For Pat Mahomes tonight. That's a fact. That is a fact. And tomorrow, like we were saying, we got Rams Niners. We're gonna be live talking about that tomorrow night. I can't believe just looking at the line now that the Niners are favorites. I mean, some Vegas stuff going on there.
What?
Well, yeah,
the Niners
are coming in at -122. Yep.
Are they high? Are the Vegas bookies high?
I mean,
I guess so.
This is a California game, so that is West Coast. You never know. But all right, you guys got anything else you want to squeak in here? We got Andy. How you feeling about your Packers going up against the Patriots today?
Pretty damn good.
Yeah,
pretty damn good. Yeah, I think we're gonna beat them up tonight. I think it'll be a couple touchdown game, 14, something like that.
Yeah, I think Aaron Rodgers has his come out game today where he dices shit up, gets 4 touchdowns.
Romeo Dubs, watch out for him.
Romeo Dubes, the Doobie man.
Yeah, he's gonna.
People were making fun of me for drafting him in fantasy.
Yeah,
this
he was
year,
good last week. He's gonna be good this week too.
He's gonna be 8 catches, 72 yards, and a touchdown last week. Yeah, it's gonna increase this week. I bet.
Don't jinx the Chiefs.
What am I missing that the Rams are favored? We'll talk about that tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll definitely. I don't understand either.
What am I missing?
But yeah, I don't know. I really couldn't tell you. But all right, thank y'all for tuning in. This has been the Moneyline Madness pregame kickoff. Thank you everybody. Double R, all the comments. We appreciate everybody coming in and sharing this morning with us. And let's enjoy some football. And we will catch you guys later tonight. Just basically tweeting out our picks, refreshing for these 8 o'clock games, in case anybody missed that type of thing. But tomorrow, like Andy was saying, he's down to discuss this Rams-Niners.
I want to know why the hell the Rams are.
It's funky. It's funky, game. And we're gonna be dissecting it. We're gonna be checking out all the lines.
Divisional game.
I might do it. That might be why. But all right, thank y'all for tuning in. We will catch you guys tomorrow. Don't forget to follow us on all platforms, especially the Twitter, where we are popping off, going crazy.
Woo! Oh yeah,
going stupid all day. So,
put that comment up.
Wait. Yeah,
No.
Before we go, do you want to comment on the situation?
Gotta win. You gotta win tonight.
I don't give a fuck if we don't win the division. We're fine.
I don't give a fuck. I'm kind of on his way.
I don't care. We have 98 wins. Do you really think I'm gonna sit up here and call the Mets choke artists with 98 wins?
You know what I do?
Do you think that's what we're gonna do? That's what Yankees fans are wanting to do? Is call us choke artists?
I just want
with 98 wins, with more wins than the Yankees. That's what we're doing.
But we don't matter. The Braves matter.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Yeah, the Braves do matter, but it's cool. It's all right. We are a very good team. We're gonna get Sterling Marte back for the playoffs, and we're gonna be straight.
Yeah. I think if they lose tonight, I don't think Max or Jacob deGrom pitch another game till the playoffs. But I think if they win tonight,
there's only 3 games left.
Jacob deGrom's still set to start the last game of the season. If they win tonight, I think the Mets win the division. Because I still think we sweep Washington. It's gonna be weird, but we gotta win. You gotta.
Who do the Braves
This weekend
play
could have gone a lot better. To Miami. They're gonna beat the shit out of Miami.
Miami
no
can
Sandy.
one.
No Sandy. Yeah, Sandy got shut down. He was supposed to start their last game, which makes sense. He's gonna win the Cy Young.
I'm not worried about it.
DeGrom these past 2 days worry you at all?
No, DeGrom had a blister. That actually explained that for me because his pitches looked flat.
2 starts. He had
he said he had it last game too. He said it
wasn't a bad start though. He gave up 3 runs.
Yeah, he had 11 strikeouts, so he's fine. Max was a little frustrating because
Max more, how he had 4 runs. All right,
he knew how he had to pitch, and he was throwing the ball right over.
And are we not giving credit to this Braves team?
No, they're
Braves.
A great lineup.
Braves are the hottest team in baseball.
If they were in the American League, I would be scared of them. But they're in the. They look like they're ready to repeat as champs.
Yankees fans talking mad shit. Oh, if we were in y'all's division, you'd be down 2 games instead of 1. So what the fuck are y'all are we really talking about here? Honestly,
I think it's better for the Mets.
We got 3 teams in the fucking playoffs in our division.
That's the angle that's a sick angle to take, Andy. That is you're sick in the head.
I think it's a better matchup for the Mets if they beat the Padres and then go against the Dodgers and go back against the Braves. To be fair, we played much better against the Dodgers this year.
Honestly, I'd rather not.
I think it's better to face the Dodgers right now because
I'd rather see them in the NLCS. I'd rather face the Dodgers than the Braves right now.
In the DS, I'd rather face the Dodgers. And if you get to the NLCS, anybody can win anything. So.
Yeah, if the Mets make it to the NLCS, everybody's in trouble if the Mets are hot. You know what I'm saying? If they win 2 series, everybody's in trouble, including the Braves. So, I mean,
I'd rather see where the lineup gets right.
Yeah, Marte comes back. That he has been.
Marte comes. That's what's hurting us.
Yeah, I actually think that fixes the entire because everybody gets bumped down 1, other than the leadoff hitter. I How about you? Are you mad the Judge hasn't hit 62 yet?
Nah, they just won't pitch to him. I mean, like he's just
Dude,
five
could you
times a
imagine?
game. It's the
Could you
stupidest thing.
imagine paying $500 for a ticket to that game and seeing the guy you went to go see walk 4 times? That
Bro,
would
my
piss me
friend,
off.
one of my friends was like, dude, let's send it. Like, let's just go. Let's just go see him hit 62. I'm like, bro, I don't want to see him walk 4 times.
Yeah, he's gonna walk 4
Nobody
times.
wants to throw him a strike. Like, it's ridiculous. And the guy throws 4 straight balls to Aaron Judge and then throws 3 straight down the middle to Anthony Rizzo the immediate next at bat. Yeah, like it didn't matter. Like, it's so blatant.
It is obvious. It's becoming obvious now.
It's also Judge can't base run really crazy like that. He's a fucking huge guy. Like, he's not the fastest guy in the world. Like, honestly, I'm intentionally walking him too. Like, you know
at first,
Barry Bonds, like you gotta look at what Barry Bonds, like, he got walked more than he got
walked
pitched
120.
He broke the
times,
record, and he's smashing it. Nobody's even coming close to that walk record. And that was the same year he hit 73. You know what I'm saying? So like,
I don't know. Baseball's popping off though. Baseball's gonna be fun the net.
I'm excited.
What about Double R, man? Your team friggin' stinks, bro.
Just call their
Nats the Nats kicked the crap out of the Phillies in Game 1 yesterday. So
they did.
The Phillies are really pushing it right now.
Phillies are they're
collapsing.
Sus.
Brewers collapsing, doing their best to collapse. And yeah, that's really the National League.
They're still up a game on the Brewers. I think the Phillies make it. I think the Phillies make it.
I think the Phillies make it just because they're facing the Astros, and the Astros aren't going to try other than their starting pitchers. Apparently, they're starting all their top 3 guys, but other than that, they'll pitch like 5 innings. I think Philly just escapes that series somehow.
Yeah.
And
it's going to be interesting. And once baseball heats up, we're going to be back with some baseball-centric episodes for the playoffs. A little bit different background, obviously, and then we're going to be talking some bets for these playoff games because it's going to get real quick. So, yeah. I think that's going to wrap us for today. Thank you, Double R. Even though you caught some slander at the end.
Sorry about that, man.
We appreciate it.
I'm a little juiced up about the Mets, man.
Yeah. He says, I don't expect much from the Phillies in the playoffs if we make it. Yeah, just being there is nice,
either.
Right? Like, it's
just be happy
you
made it. Yeah, be happy you made it. That's all.
Yeah. Well, thank you all for tuning in. We will catch you guys tomorrow. Enjoy the football.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go, Mets. Go Giants.